Today's focus, exploring CMSB's diversified strategy, from building materials to telecommunications, comprehensively driving economic growth in Sarawak. Welcome to KLSE AI, your customized Malaysian stock strategist. The information shared below is for learning and reference purposes only and is not any buying or selling advice. Before investing, please assess your financial situation and risk preference. Today, we are going to share about CMSB and its products and services. 1. Construction and building materials. In the construction and building materials sector, CMSB's cement division is enhancing the use of its PLC 32.N cement, which is favored for its lower clinker content and reduced energy consumption during production. Additionally, the division also produces PLC 42.5N cement, which has a higher clinker content and helps reduce emissions during production. The cement division plans to establish a new clinker production line, Clinker Line 2, which will significantly increase production capacity, achieve self-sufficiency in clinker supply, improve operational costs and energy consumption, enhance efficiency, and reduce carbon emissions. The construction of this new production line will strengthen CMSB's competitiveness and market position in the building materials industry. 2. Oil and gas services. In the oil and gas services sector, CMSB, through its subsidiary Kaya Mata Oil Tools, Bermuda, provides oil field equipment, supplies, and services globally. The company operates in multiple countries, including Russia, Oman, Nigeria, India, Indonesia, and Singapore. 3. Real estate development and management. In real estate development and management, CMSB's property division continues to focus on unlocking the potential value of Sarawak's prime land inventories, including Samalaju Industrial Park and Bandar Semaryang. The company is actively preparing for the future growth in demand for worker accommodations, expanding its land inventory and operational scope within the Samalaju Industrial Park by an additional 33.61 acres. The company also commits to continuing the development of residential land projects in Bandar Semaryang, aiming to provide affordable and high-quality living spaces. 4. Road maintenance and construction. In road maintenance and construction, CMSB was awarded contracts worth MYR 36.113 million in 2023 for state road improvement and related construction activities, a significant increase from MYR 12.45 million in 2022. The Road Maintenance Division obtained its first routine maintenance contract on the Malay Peninsula, involving the Sungai Besi-Ulu Klang Elevated Expressway, Suki, marking a significant geographical and operational expansion for the division. Phosphate products. In the field of phosphate products, CMSB has established Malaysia's first integrated phosphate complex in the Samalaju Industrial Park. This facility will produce yellow phosphorus, technical-grade acid, and food-grade acid. Despite current legal disputes with the power supplier, CMSB continues to prepare for commercialization. Once these issues are resolved, the plant is expected to commence commercial operations. Due to this dispute, SESCO cut off power supply to the plant in July 2023. CMSB applied for an injunction in April 2023 to prevent SESCO from disrupting the power supply, but did not succeed in obtaining a temporary protection order. 6. Telecommunication infrastructure. In the area of telecommunication infrastructure, CMSB, through its subsidiary Sakofa, has executed a series of significant initiatives to strengthen its position as Sarawak's leading telecommunications infrastructure provider. Sakofa owns approximately 1,700 communication towers and a 12,000-kilometer fiber network that spans across Sarawak, offering comprehensive telecommunications infrastructure services, including tower leasing, customized transmission solutions, and operation and maintenance services. Facing increasing demands for bandwidth, tower services, and enterprise service areas, Sakofa is committed to completing its ongoing transformation journey and aligning with modernization initiatives to adapt to the rapidly changing digital landscape in Sarawak, ensuring its continued relevance and competitive advantage in a fiercely competitive business environment. Capital Game Analysis. First, let's look at the market capital game analysis for May 2nd, 2024. The analysis is divided into 6 categories: retail investors, large retail investors, super retail investors, institutions, large institutions, and super institutions. Retail investors had slightly more buying orders at 81, Large retail investors had more selling orders at 176. Super retail investors had slightly more selling orders at 133. Institutions had slightly more buying orders at 8. Large institutions had more buying orders at 41. And super institutions had more buying orders at 27. This market capital game analysis shows that retail investors had slightly more buying orders, indicating an optimistic attitude toward the market or potential in specific stocks among retail investors. In contrast, the buying orders from institutions and large institutions, though fewer, also show some buying intent, possibly indicating a positive assessment of the market or specific assets by some professional investors. The higher selling by large and super retail investors might be based on assessments of short-term market risk or profit-taking behavior in the face of market uncertainties. This analysis is based on yesterday's trading volume, prices, and the total difference in orders, so the results will vary each day. If you don't want to miss out on exclusive capital game analysis, then please subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell. Thank you for your support. If you want to receive capital game analysis for specific sectors or companies, you can find my WhatsApp link below. Fundamental analysis. From the fundamental analysis of CMSB, its valuation risk in the overall market is slightly low, its cash flow risk is medium, and its debt risk is also medium. Based on its latest quarterly report, its growth opportunity is 80%, and according to CMSB's dividend analysis over the last 3 years, its dividend opportunity is 20%. What is valuation risk? When valuation risk is higher, it means the stock price is more expensive, which indicates that currently, CMSB's stock price of 1.09 is undervalued in the overall Malaysian stock market. Here, one reference for valuation risk is the price-to-earnings ratio. Simply put, it measures the stock price relative to its earnings per share. For instance, CMSB's current stock price is 1.09, divided by CMSB's latest earnings per share of 10.72, giving a PE ratio of 10.17. Why is valuation risk important? Because it provides a reference for whether the company you want to invest in is suitable for investment at its current price. Technical analysis of CMSB. From the technical analysis of CMSB, the manipulation risk in the overall market is considered low, and similarly, its stock price risk and volatility risk are also low. Looking at the past year's capital game analysis, retail investors had a higher number of buy orders at 336, with an average buying price of 1.073. Large retail investors had more sell orders at 701, with an average selling price of 1.06. Super retail investors had more sell orders at 1058, with an average selling price of 1.064. Institutions had more sell orders at 4,979, with an average selling price of 1.066. Large institutions had more sell orders at 436, with an average selling price of 1.083. Super institutions had more sell orders at 113, with an average selling price of 1.035. What does manipulation risk mean? Higher manipulation risk indicates a greater probability of stock price manipulation. Therefore, CMSB's stock price is generally hard to manipulate. A reference for manipulation risk here is the company's market capitalization. Simply put, it is the total number of shares multiplied by the current market price per share, reflecting the public market's valuation of the company. CMSB's total number of shares is approximately 1.07 billion, multiplied by the current price of 1.09 gives a market capitalization of about 1.17 billion. Why is manipulation risk important? It helps you avoid being caught in unfavorable market manipulations. In conclusion, I would give CMSB's business prospects a positive score of 60%, mainly due to the promising development in Sarawak. However, it is important to monitor the progress of legal disputes with the power supplier, as resolving these could lead to new growth opportunities from the phosphate segment. For the fundamental analysis, I would rate the risk at 5 out of 13 and the opportunity at 6 out of 7. For technical analysis, the risk would be rated at 3 out of 13 and the opportunity at 2 out of 7. If you are unsure about your risk tolerance and investment goals, you can scan my WhatsApp QR code to contact me. Feel free to leave your comments below, and let's discuss this together. Thank you, and see you in our next video.